Hey everyone, last day we talked about bonding and we talked about ionic bonding. And ionic bonding is between a metal and a non-metal. Today we're going to look at molecular bonding. And molecular bonding is when we have two non-metal atoms. So two atoms from the right side of the staircase. So we talked last day about oxygen, O2, one of our diatomic molecules. It's molecular because oxygen is a nonmetal. Likewise here, SO3. We have sulfur and we have oxygen, both nonmetals. We name this a little bit differently. And as you can see here, there's no metal to go first, but we do name it in the order that it's written out. So it'd be sulfur. And in this case, because we have three oxygens, we use the prefix tri. So it becomes sulfur trioxygen. And however, like the ionic compounds, the one thing that does have in common is you still change the name of the, in this case, the last atom type to IDE. So sulfur trioxide. That means one sulfur, three oxygens. And so here are the prefixes that we use. Mono is 1, di is 2, tri is 3, tetra is 4, penta is 5, and 6 would be hexa. And so carbon dioxide, CO2. Now you'll notice that we don't comment on the first molecule, or the first atom type, if there's only one of them. So we don't have to say monocarbon. We just say carbon, but because there's two oxygens, it's di, and oxygen changes to oxide. Once again, here's one carbon, but because it's the first molecule, we don't say monocarbon, we just say carbon. And because there's three oxygens, it becomes trioxide. Now, if we skip down to the last one here, you can see that N2O4. We do, because there's more than one on the first atom type here, we do have to comment on that. So this is nitrogen, but because there's two of them, we say it's dinitrogen. And then we have four oxygens, so it's tetra for the 4, and oxygen changes to oxide. SO4, sulfur, tetraoxide. PCl5 would be phosphorus, and then we have 5 chlorines, so it'd be pentachloride. So a little bit trickier than last day, but that is about it. Now, when do we use mono? If we had carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide, I think I can actually type on here, would look like CO. This is carbon dioxide. And that's a carbon. So C, carbon. But when it comes to the second atom type, we have oxygen, or sorry, my bad. We're talking about carbon monoxide. Because there's only one oxygen and it's the second element type, we say one oxygen or monoxide. So that's how that is named. So you will have a worksheet today. Looks like this, and you have to name them. So just going over how to do this again, we list the first one, nitrogen, and if there's only one of them, it just stays nitrogen. Down here, this would be dinitrogen because there's two. But for the second atom type, we do have to tell how many there are. So we have 3 oxygens here, so it would be tri for 3, and oxygen changes to oxide. And there should not be a capital O there. It should be trioxide. So give this worksheet a try.